The 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA on 2K Sports, Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Denver, where we'll see the Nuggets going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. And tonight we have two up-and-coming teams. Lots of talent, but also a lot of inexperience. Shaq, the youngsters looking forward to this battle. How do they keep their emotions in check?
Well, emotions can be positive, Ernie, if you play under control. Because if you get out of control and start doing crazy stuff, it just goes crazy. But both coaches will work hard to keep their players focused.
You got to stop that.
Yeah, man. Well, it's fun to watch the future of the league. And I want to see which guy separates himself and says, I'm going to be a dominant player in this league. A dominant player. That's why I love this.
If you do that again, I'm going to have to put my fist down.
Does nothing, Ernie.
Whoa.
Does nothing.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
We've got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Denver Nuggets. Welcome to our 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA on a Monday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece, but he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, we all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection. That dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Clark, tonight in this matchup, young teams, not a lot of experience, and there are tough things for these young players to pick up as they make their journey, I know, through the NBA.
You're really right on top of it there, Kevin, because young players tend to be more emotional, and that doesn't always serve you well. Being poised and calm and confident is what you see from veteran players. Understanding game situations and having the presence of mind to be aware in all situations is part of what sometimes isn't prevalent with young players.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. All the big bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Brogdon and Middleton are the guard tandem.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Brogdon kicks to Parker. There's a screen. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Tries again. Jokic, no good.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Brogdon kicks to Parker. Shot clock at 5. Let's go. Another miss by Parker. Nuggets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Harris kicks to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Harris outside. Over Middleton. Harris missing again.
They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
And Parker with the basket on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
And I like his muscular body. This guy is able to body up defenders and still get the shot that he wants. He's excellent at finishing through contact.
Now here is Harris. Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
They set the pick. Parker outside. Shot off the screen. They get it again. There's Maker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. So it's Denver now. Chandler kicks to Millsap. Tries again. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Millsap's got his first bucket in this one. Rogged in the pass to Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Clark, what is amazing about how Giannis plays is how much ground he can cover. It's like he shrinks the floor with how long and tall he is, and his stride when going end-to-end or just attacking the basket.
Agreed. And how about this? I mean, he's Euro-stepping at 7 feet tall. I mean, that's like a dance move, and this guy is doing it with ease. His size and movement and grace looks like at times he's on another planet playing against the best players in the world. The Greek Freak has set a standard on what it means to have elite athleticism in the NBA that very few can match.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now, here's Jokic. They need this. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Milwaukee leading by 5. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
13 feet away. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Murray dishes to Millsap. Harris kicks to Jokic. Rebound by Parker.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And that's now 9 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Chandler dishes to Harris. Millsap a screen. It's stolen by Maker. And here comes the break. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, when Antetokounmpo puts his head down, man, it is a really terrifying sight for the defense when this guy's coming at you all limbs and arms and size and ball skills. Usually you just end up hacking away at him to stop him from getting to the hoop.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
You know, when it comes to versatility, the Greek Freak, Giannis, is one of the very best in the league. I mean, his shooting, ball handling, and defense are really otherworldly.
Now here's Murray. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. The Nuggets moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Chandler. Releases from the wing and drills it.
The entire defense was frozen foot. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. 11 points in the game. And Middleton kicks to Parker. Here's Antetokounmpo, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Denver. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Milwaukee.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And when the Nuggets are clicking on offense, Greg, they are a joy to watch.
You know they are, and one reason is because they're one of the better passing teams in the league. And right near the top in terms of assists per game last season. And all players on this roster at all positions look to make that extra pass to get an easy bucket.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. The Nuggets trail by 9. And here is Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Harris with it. He's picked up by Parker. Harris kicks to Jokic. Over Maker. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Screened by Parker. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now here's Murray. He's guarded by Brogdon. Harris against Middleton. Back to Murray. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Brogdon. Took him no time at all on that one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Murray kicks to Jokic. On the wing, Chandler. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Middleton right side. Over Harris. Another miss by Middleton. The Nuggets trail by 9. Murray kicks to Harris. And the pass to Jokic. He feeds it to Chandler. Jokic a screen. Off the screen. Chandler with another miss.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Maker. Over Chandler. And the basket by Maker. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. And the NBA has had coaches who are as legendary as any player. With that in mind, Clark, who is your pick as the greatest coach of all time?
Man, I can't even begin to have an answer for that one. There's some guys that jump out, though, when you think about that list, who would be on it. Greg Popovich for sure. Phil Jackson would have to be included on that list. Fred Auerbach. Chuck Daly for the way he was able to manage his players. Pat Riley, you'd have to consider him as part of being on somebody worthy of that list as well. And I'll even go back a little farther and throw Lenny Wilkins in the mix. I thought he was really good with a number of different teams that he coached.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Jokic. Will Barton comes in for Harris. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Murray. Milwaukee also making some changes. Craig Monroe, he's checked in for Thon Maker. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Brogdon. Here's the screen. Faried setting the pick for Chandler. The kick out to Barton. And another miss by Denver. Bucks leading by 11. Shot from 12. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova.
Man, I like how Dellavedova gets that shot up so quickly, always measuring the shot as the pass is coming to him.
Screen by Faried. Barton outside. Back to Nelson. Feeds to Chandler. Passes to Faried. Barton with it. He's picked up by Parker. Looking to end the drought. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo, I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
Monroe, no good.
Well, he mistimed it just a skosh. Don't think the defense really had an impact. I think he just flat out missed it.
Now, here is Nelson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He kicks it to Barton. Faried, a screen on Middleton. Fires it up. Another shot. And Faried lays it in.
Boy, I like seeing that toughness on the offensive glass. Did a nice job judging, anticipating where the miss was going, and then putting it back in. Nicely done.
Screen by Monroe. Parker kicks to Dellavedova. Over Nelson. Second chance shot. Here's Monroe. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
They sure are, looking to get their buckets up close and personal. You know, Greg Monroe is a very talented big guy out of Georgetown. Is more comfortable facing up to the basket and can hurt you with the mid-range game, but also a pretty strong rebounder and interior defender, too.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Snell's checked in.
One shot, behind the lanes.
And for Monroe, he was shifted to the bench role in the past season, coming in as a sixth man after spending most of his career as a starter with the Detroit Pistons, and it was a new role.
And you know what, Kevin? A new role that I think he flourished in. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. He's shown the ability to be effective as a starter or OTB coming off the bench. You know exactly what you're going to get from him every time he steps on the floor, and that's valuable for a coach.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the basket by Kenneth Faried. Here's Monroe. Rebounded by Wilson Chandler.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Now here's Chandler. Fires from 14. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that J from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man.
Now here's Chandler. Kicks it to Barton.
Nelson.
Takes it from 10. That one rolling around and rims out.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
You know, even though Antetokounmpo is a bigger guy, longer guy, he handles and passes like a point guard. I mean, he's always on the lookout for how he can set up his teammates for good shots.
Nelson, the pass to Chandler. Hernan Gomez with the ball. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by Barton. Here's Nelson. Sinks that one from the post. 16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Dellavedova. And it's Parker in the corner. Offline with his three. Chandler. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
Bucks leading by 13. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Parker is the 4 with Monroe in the middle. Antetokounmpo out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Snell in at the small forward position.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The shot's good from Fareed.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. And that's 15 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, we continue to see Antetokounmpo shoulder more of the load, a remarkable offensive player.
Nelson dishes to Barton. Plumlee sets the pick for Barton. Outside Millsap. And he's good on the 3-ball. Millsap's got 5 now.
And Millsap combines that physicality of a power forward with the skill set of a 3.
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. That shot no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. Pass to Millsap, goes up on the wing, rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. And what an advantage it is for players in the Bucks to be able to pick the brain of Coach Jason Kidd. Kidd is a player who found success in so many formats, under so many schemes, under many coaches, from winning NBA titles as well as international titles when he played the game.
I don't know how much more I can embellish that, but you're right, Kevin. There's a lot to be learned from old number 5. I mean, Kidd has also shown a knack for imparting his knowledge, which is rich and deep, to his guards. And when you've got a young team like the Bucks are, to have a coach with Kidd's experience and IQ, man, what a blessing for those guys.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Barton.
And one of the things about Will Barton's game that, to me, makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. And to back up the point with Barton in his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Hey, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor.
Stolen by Brogdon. Pushing it up. Offensive rebound.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a four-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for Barton. And it's Gary Harris in for Jameer Nelson. Thon Maker's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Millsap. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Snell. The putback, no good. And Denver the other way now. An even 3-on-3 break. Murray, the pass to Harris. Jokic kicks to Murray. Out left to the wing. Jokic a screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Millsap. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Snell dishes to Dellavedova. Maker kicks to Brogdon. Monroe sets a screen for Brogdon. He took good advantage of that screen. Brogdon's got 4 points this quarter.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Here's Maker, following the basket by Jokic. Now Dellavedova, back to Maker. No good on the 3. Now here's Murray. Steps back and fires. Rebound, Milwaukee. Monroe's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Brogdon kicks to Dellavedova. Screen by Monroe. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Here's Snell. He's got 5, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
I thought maybe with a little more hustle, he might have been able to get around him, but he was just a step late.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. Craig Monroe with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
A three-pointer is right on target. Middleton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Looking at Malcolm Brogdon, the first thing that jumps out at you is his poise. He's steady, unflappable, never in a rush, always playing at his own pace. And for a young player, that's not something you see very often.
Murray with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The feed to Harris. Jokic a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Brogdon does play with a very even keel, almost poker-faced when he's out on the floor and doing his thing. But Clark, you know, he puts in work whenever he sees time.
And that's the key. And I tell you what, when I saw him at Virginia, I looked at him, his demeanor, his skill set, his approach, and said, this guy's going to be in the league for 12 years. I mean, he just has that look and presence about him, whether he's starting or coming off the bench.
Take a break.
He's a professional. And that says a lot about what he brings to the table.
That's good from Harris. And he makes both free throws. And Clark, just how important to a team is it to have a veteran presence on it? Like, how did the vets on the Pacers help you when you were a rookie or a young player in the league?
You know what? I think it's invaluable, Kevin. I was a 21-year-old rookie. I left after my junior year at Ohio State. And veteran players, Herb Williams, had been there a year or two. Guys like Billy Knight and George Johnson, Butch Carter were around. And having those guys talk about what it takes, and we were a very young team and had young veterans, but still they were invaluable in terms of giving you an example of how to go about your business to be successful as a pro.
And here is Murray following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. A second chance effort in deep. Jokic drops it in. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Middleton on the wing, guarded by Harris. The dish to Maker. Bucks passing it around. Screen by Monroe. Goes up at the stripe. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets trail by 17. Harris inside the line. Here's Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Chandler comes in for Paul Millsap.
Wilson Chandler.
Bucks leading by 17. And here is Brogdon. He's got 6. Now the pass to Maker. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And for so many fans, Greg, of Jokic, it wasn't a surprise to see his play blossom last season.
Yeah, and boy, did he. Jokic is so skilled for a big man, having played point guard growing up. Still very young and looks to be a star for a long time.
He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Here's Murray following the 3 by Milwaukee. Dishes it to Harris. There's the screen. Pass to Jokic. Out to Chandler. Just 5 on the clock. For the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Monroe's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Middleton can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Stolen by Brogdon. And it's the Bucks on the break. The floater. Second shot opportunity. Tries yet again. And he lays it up and in. Brogdon's got 8 points.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Middleton the pass to Monroe. And Middleton kicks to Snell. It's a hand on it. Rebound by Murray.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
He dishes it to Harris. Chandler is screened. Middleton against Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads. That one a little long. Milwaukee leading by 18. Middleton outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And what I like about Chris Middleton is that he is just a complete player. Clark can play on or off the ball on offense, as well as get his points both off a catch and shoot or putting it on the hardwood. Also a strong defender.
Yeah, he's one of those understated, effective, outstanding two-way players in the league, and probably should get more credit as such. He challenges shots, he can defend multiple positions, and he plays a little bigger than he is because he's got that great wingspan.
The first one falls.
Boy, for me, it's really been fun watching the evolution of Chris Middleton. I mean, a rangy two-guard who can really stuff the stat sheet.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Kenneth Faried's checked in for Jokic. Will Barton comes in for Gary Harris. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Murray. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Tony Snell.
And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision-making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much.
Now here's Barton. Stolen by Middleton. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. 1:49 left in the second quarter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. They set the pick. Barton against Parker. And that one's good. Barton. And with Middleton in his decision-making, it's true for both his scoring and his passing.
For the amount he facilitates, he has great efficiency. Low turnovers, solid field goal percentage, and his passing gets better every year.
Chandler dishes to Nelson. Back to Chandler. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. The Nuggets trail by 18. Here's Chandler, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Barton. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Screen by Fareed. Back to Barton. Lets it go with a three. Milwaukee with the rebound. Parker's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And it's 7 points for Greg Monroe. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here is Nelson. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. Chandler with another miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And so it's Milwaukee controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, you know, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 17 points, 2 block shots, and 3 assists. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Antetokounmpo in this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
And Greg, you know, to have a really good defense, you need that rim protector back there, and this guy was an absolute beast during that half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Chandler with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Harris kicks to Jokic. Over Maker. Jokic, no good. Bucks leading by 22. And the pass to Middleton. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Well, you look at the Bucks offense, and they were very hard to stop when they got going. Near the top of the league in effective field goal percentage, which is a huge statistic. They did so despite not taking many three-pointers compared to the other top teams.
Yeah, you think about it, they led the league in how many of their threes were assisted on, Kevin, about 90% of them. And while they would look to the three-point shot, it was the result of ball movement, which often led to a good look. Still, their first look, though, back to that effective field goal percentage, was to get the ball inside.
The Nuggets trail by 20. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Antetokounmpo against Chandler. Over Antetokounmpo. Chandler, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Still Nuggets ball.
Harris against Middleton. Millsap sets the pick for Harris. Off the pick.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
Middleton with it. Out guarded by Murray. Parker dishes to Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 21.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Denver calls timeout. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Jokic. And it's in off the backboard. Jokic has got 14 points.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
They set the screen to the middle. Brogdon now on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Bucks have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Well, Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
Now here's Chandler. 5 to shoot. Over onto Kumbo. The rebound by Middleton.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Down low. And Maker with the basket on the assist by Middleton. Middleton's got 6 assists in the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Milwaukee with the ball. Now Brogdon, 11 points in the game. He had a nice open look right there. Parker's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Here's Millsap. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver.
Shooting one.
And when you talk about just a natural basketball player, I think you got to envision a guy like Paul Millsap. He just does it all. He's got the skill level and versatility at that power forward position. And in this league today, you have to be able to impact the game the way he does.
Now here's Parker. He has 5. Feeds it to Dellavedova. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And you look at all the different things that Paul Millsap does for you on the court, Greg. Don't forget about the defensive end of the floor, too.
Yeah, great point. And an all-defense selection, one of the great big men in league history in terms of getting steals. Just unbelievable hands. And you know what? He epitomizes consistency when you look at the course of his career.
Now here's Middleton, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Harris outside. He feeds it to Murray. Jokic inside. Over Maker. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 18 points. Bucks leading by 21. Dellavedova kicks to Parker. Antetokounmpo up top. Poked away. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. 10 points for Chris Middleton. For Denver, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Plumlee, the pass to Harris. Jokic sets the screen for Harris. Goes up off the pick. And slam dunk by Harris.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Now here's Murray. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Millsap has the open look from outside off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Shot from 16. Good. He hits the jump shot. And that's 23 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo demonstrating his in-between game, that mid-range game. Looks very self-assured when he gets the ball in that area of the court.
Now here's Millsap. 10 points for him. Again, Millsap missing. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Hands it from downtown. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Plumlee with the screen. Harris with it. He's picked up by Parker. Parker against Harris. Jokic with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Harris. That one off the back iron and out.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Murray after the basket by Milwaukee. And here's Millsap from the arc. Again, Millsap missing.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Now here is Dellavedova. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. Misses the three. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
They set the pick. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Harris with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Harris dishes to Millsap. Again, Millsap missing.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And Middleton kicks to Parker over Plumlee. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Denver's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. In the corner, it's Harris. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 20.
Well, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Screened by Parker. Maker passes to Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Big group substitution here for Denver. Fareed's checked in for Jokic. Hernangomez comes in for Mason Plumlee. Will Barton, he's checked in for Harris. And Nelson is subbed in for Murray. The Bucks also changing it up. Monroe comes in for Maker. And Tony Snell subbed in for Chris Middleton. Clock at 6. Dellavedova kicks to Snell. The shot. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul.
The Nuggets really having a tough go here. Nelson kicks to Barton. Pass to Millsap. You can't get that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. Dellavedova with the ball. Screened by Parker. Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. Here's Monroe. And he makes the bucket. Drew contact and gets the whistle too.
Hey, if you're going to foul Monroe, you really got to foul him if you want to prevent him from scoring. If you don't, he'll make you pay for it.
And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
And that one falls for Greg Monroe.
You know, the former Hoya Greg Monroe is a bruising big man who really imposes his will in the paint.
Millsap sets the pick for Nelson. Kicks it to Millsap. Over Dellavedova. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And that's 12 points for Millsap.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Monroe outside. Antetokounmpo against Barton. And stolen by Barton. Jumps up, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, I think the defense flat out gave up. I mean, didn't even try to get back into the picture on that fast break finish.
The Nuggets had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Paul Millsap.
Shooting one.
Barton, no good on the free throw.
And really the Nuggets, a stronger team than many had predicted last season. One area that troubled them was the defensive end. And when they would lose, it was usually by being unable to come up with consistent stops.
The shooting of Dellavedova, I mean, Matthews' jumper continues to be effective, even though it doesn't look that great when he releases it.
Now here's Chandler. Barton outside. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. And for the Nuggets in their defensive issues, Greg, a lot of it stemmed from their lack of rim protection.
Yeah, and the inability to challenge shots in general, for that matter. And they also had problems applying pressure and forcing turnovers as a team at the bottom of the league in terms of turnovers forced.
Man, you can just see how polished Parker is inside. His post game just shines and glows and glitters. I mean, if he gets the ball in a good spot, he's really comfortable going to work.
Now here's Barton. He has 5. Chandler, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Beyond the arc. Can't connect. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bucks ahead, running away with it. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment.
Living like Khaled. Yeah. T-Wall, what up? Ali, what up? Yeah. Living like Khaled.
A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We got some great looks. Great looks. Defensively, we're getting stops too.
Now the words of Jason Kidd in that huddle moments ago. Happy with the way his team is performing, hoping they can maintain the momentum they've captured.
Well, I mean, they're working together on both ends of the floor and doing a great job of playing at their pace.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Tony Snell. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Vaughn. Then there's Spencer Hawes. And it's Wilson in at the 4. Here's Snell after the basket by Will Barton. Dellavedova dishes to Hawes. Puts it up from 12. And it's Dellavedova missing. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Nelson, the pass to Barton. Over Vaughn. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And it's 9 points for Will Barton.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
There's a good screen. Here's Dellavedova from beyond the arc. Vaughn gets the bucket.
Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically how he finds the open man. Nice.
Nelson kicks to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Nelson dishes to Arthur. Off the screen. And that one comes up a bit short.
And there was no effort on behalf of the defense. None. I mean, the shooter has to be upset with himself for missing that shot.
Snell, the pass to Wilson. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
Nelson kicks to Barton. Now the feed to Arthur. In the corner, it's Nelson. 4 on the clock. Hawes with the block. Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded closely. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Inside. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Barton. Comes up empty down low.
And that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
Here's Snell. Shoots over Arthur, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Now here's Arthur. The Nuggets with another miss. Vaughn, the pass to Hawes. And here's Wilson. Five on the clock. Dellavedova from outside. It's not going to go for him. And it's Denver the other way.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Martin left side. Over Vaughn. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Martin's got 6 in the quarter.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Wilson the pass to Dellavedova. Here's Vaughn. He can't hit that time. Barton with some nice D. The dish to Arthur. Pass to Fareed. And the dunk by Fareed.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Here's Dellavedova. Some solid defense from Fareed.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Barton. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Bucks leading by 23. Timeout called the Bucks. And the Bucks defense not one of the strongest in the NBA, but they did a great job of creating turnovers. They didn't get a stop every time, but boy, they would often create offense with their defense.
Yeah, exactly. When you're not a strong half-court defensive team, being able to force turnovers and score off those can really be effective. And most teams are hard to guard in transition, and this Bucks team was exceptional in transition.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Reed. Millsap comes in for Hernan Gomez. Harris has checked in for Jarrell Arthur. And it's Jamal Murray in for Nelson. He gets it in there. And that's now 9 points for Parker.
Man, I like the energy, the effervescence that Parker plays with. Not resting after receiving the pass, just going right up with it.
Murray dishes to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Millsap a screen on Brogdon. Barton against Antetokounmpo. Fires top of the key. Hits the front of the rim and out. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. There's the pass to Brogdon. For Murray. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And here's Barton. Jumper off the screen. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. They grab their own miss. Parker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Excellent use of the shot fake from Parker. A true talent at getting defenders off balance, even up in the air.
For the Nuggets, Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And Lyle subbed in for Will Barton.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on. Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
And the second free throw, good.
The exceptional Parker will only continue to get better over time. I mean, he has tremendous drive to be one of the all-time greats.
Now here's Murray. Right side Millsap. Over onto Antetokounmpo. He sinks the 11-footer. 14 points for Millsap. Bucks shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Parker with a clean look and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists in the game. Now here's Murray. Millsap sets the pick for Murray. Dishes it to Millsap. Plumlee with the screen. Shot clock at 6. Harris misses. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And glad to see Jabari Parker out on the floor after recovering from yet another torn ACL. Not always hard to go through that injury, never mind twice in your first 3 seasons in the NBA. But you know Parker's a fighter through and through.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Not an easy situation and really disheartening for all of us who appreciate his talent and skill level. He's an outstanding young man and player, and he's vowed to come back stronger than ever before. And his attitude, a positive approach to difficult adversity, I think, has set him up to have a chance to do just what he vowed to do.
Pulls up on the wing. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 3 rebounds now in this one. In the corner, Murray with it. Millsap a screen. Now here's Murray. Antetokounmpo defending. Murray, no good.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Antetokounmpo passes to Maker. Middleton on the wing. There's the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Plumlee's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Harris kicks to Lyles. Outside Millsap. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Lyles. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Brogdon. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Passes to Maker. Shoots a three. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And, you know, this is the time to do it. Sinking triple after triple. And it ends up becoming contagious.
Now, here's Millsap. Pass to Lyles. Harris outside. Millsap a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Harris. And another miss by Denver. Milwaukee's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Middleton outside. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Millsap covering. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And Clark, as a Midwest guy, you grew up watching your teams go up against the Bucks, and even as a player, you faced off against them more than your fair share. When you think about the history of the Milwaukee Bucks, who leaves an imprint on your mind for how they help that franchise?
Well, guys that I actually played against, Sid Moncrief would be at the top of the list because he was so integral to the Bucks' success. Really good at both ends of the floor, a leader. I didn't have to guard him, but I played against those really good Bucks teams in the early, mid-'80s, and he was a big part of that.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Nelson's checked in. Antetokounmpo dishes to Maker. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And at 6'11" with the wingspan of a condor, I mean, Antetokounmpo has unreal passing instincts. He sees the floor exceptionally well for a guy of his size.
Here's Lyles. They set the pick, and here's Harris from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Okay, time now for an injury report. And let's get an update on Will Barton's injury. David, any news?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Nuggets head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Milwaukee.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
1:05 left to play in the final quarter. There's the pick. Feeds it to Maker. Middleton outside. Millsap against Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Pass to Brogdon. Parker with it. Lyles there. With the floater. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Now Brogdon. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out left to the wing. That's a 2 from Parker. Back to Brogdon. He feeds it to Middleton. He kicks to Parker. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure. So I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.